Hello everyone, welcome to day 2 of Rail Live. On behalf of Terrapin, Mathix, all of our institutional partners and our sponsors, I hope you enjoyed yesterday and hope you make the most of this morning's panel. I'd like to now introduce the moderator for the session, Pedro Fortea, General Director for Mathix, who will introduce the rest of the panel. Pedro, over to you.
Good morning everyone, welcome to the first panel of today in Rail Live. If anyone in the audience have any questions, please leave it on the chat, and I will try to include it at the end of the debate. So let's start by first by introducing our speakers. Ramon Maya. Ramon is the director of Metro Strategic Projects at TMV Metro Barcelona, and he's passionate not only about railways but also about mobility and innovation. He led the implementation of the automated line 9 in Metro Barcelona, and the first automated line in Spain. The first time I read about Ramon was back in 2017 when a delegation from experts from Silicon Valley was visiting Spain. So I thought, good, some expert coming from Silicon Valley to Barcelona and not the other way. Thank you, Ramon, for being here today.
Yeah,
Hendrik Plogman. Also, he is the CEO of Metro Copenhagen and Greater Copenhagen Light Rail. Previously, he served as the Director of Finance Administration at the municipality of Copenhagen. He has been in the public transport business for more than 15 years, and he has a lot to tell us about railway, of course, but also about last, first mile, intermodality, etc. Welcome, Henrik.
Thank you very much. Pleased to be here.
And if Henrik spent 15 years in the public transport business, our next panelist was another 15 years or more in ADIF, the Spanish railway infrastructure manager. Last year, she was appointed as CEO of Metro Madrid, the first woman CEO in Metro Madrid in its more than 100 years of history. So if I had to make a list of the 3 most relevant women in our sector in Spain, Silvia would be in that list for sure. Hi, Silvia.
Hi, thank you.
Vinay Kumar, engineer expert on technology. Vinay Kumar has also more than 20 years of experience in the transportation sector. He worked for the Indian Railways, Metro Delhi, the High Speed Corporation, and now he's leading the National Capital Region Transport Corporation with the ambitious project that will provide semi-high speed commuter service to the Delhi capital region. Thanks for being here, Vinay.
Thanks. Pleased to be here.
And have you ever heard about learning from other industries and other sectors? If you want to do that, Andy Lord is our man. He gained an honors degree in mechanical engineers and developed his career in aviation and aerospace sector in companies like British Airways or Menzies Aviation, and now he's the managing director of London Underground. Vinay, given that Delhi, the national capital of India, already has developed a metro system along with other urban modes of public transport, how important would be for the new commuter network being developed and named RRTS to be integrated with the existing modes? What is your perspective on significance of the regional and urban modes of transport to be connected and the role they play as a whole in shaping the region in the long term?
Yeah. In fact, you're right, Pedro. Delhi Metro developed this system in last about 20 years in Delhi, and it is a huge system now, about 280 kilometers or so, about 280 stations within Delhi city. But unfortunately, if we look at the metropolitan area in and around Delhi, which is almost like 45,000 square kilometers of area. The last census which India had, this had a population of about 46 million. But it is expected the next census, which will be happening next year, it will be over 60 million people. So there is no commuter network as of today. So this area is served by the buses, and buses are state specific. So there are 4 states around Delhi, and they have buses moving from that particular state to Delhi. But if you look at the whole region, this particular kind of seamless connectivity is missing. And that is why the government of India and 4 state governments, they came together and they decided that there should be a seamless connectivity throughout this region, because transport and environment, these two issues are which go beyond the political and geographical boundaries. So this is a strategic investment which government is doing, and our focus is seriously on integrating various modes of public transport within the region. So not only that we are integrating with out of 8 lines, 7 lines of Delhi Metro at various stations with the RRTS system, the regional rapid transit system which we are implementing, but with the national railway stations at various locations, 3 in Delhi, a few others nearby, all the important bus stations like interstate bus terminus and the Delhi airport. So there will be direct connectivity with Delhi airport with this regional rapid transit system having an average speed of 100 km/h with all stoppages. So quite fast, ease of movement will be there, ease of accessibility will be there. See, the whole objective is to create a system so that we can move people from private vehicles to public transport. And in the process, we can decongest the roads and decongest Delhi city itself, because today everybody comes to Delhi for economic activity, for jobs, for services, for education, for medical needs. We intend to decentralize, and we intend to develop polycentric centers, different centers around Delhi, so that economic activity takes place near to the place of residence, rather than people have to commute by various means up to 2 hours or 3 hours in the morning and back. This system will be able to provide about 1 hour travel time anywhere to anywhere within the whole region. Now that makes the life much easier than what it is today. So what we are doing, we are introducing a business class also in this metro system, so that we can move people from cars to public transport. See, as of today, there is a lot of congestion on the roads of Delhi, and there is no non-peak hour. It is almost like peak whole of the day. The roads are congested to that extent. So this system is going to help not only in providing the mobility needs of today, but for future decades, maybe 40, 50 years from now. And this will direct the investment, whether it is by the public entities or private individuals, in a particular way, so that land use and mobility is integrated on long-term basis.
Vinay, I watched a video of your company on the web in which it said that cities like Delhi, Mumbai, or Bangalore are losing close to $22 billion annually due to congestion problems. This congestion is growing at a rate of 7% annually. How do you think that the Railway Rapid Transit project will help to reduce these figures, including the pollution associated to them? We have 4 minutes, please.
So thank you, Pedro, for raising this particular issue. This is very relevant to not only that defines the main objective of the regional rapid transit system, which is being implemented here in Delhi and in the complete metropolitan area. But this is what drives us on day-to-day basis, the team which is implementing this particular project. So just to give you a perspective, I'll tell you, see, Delhi has more than 10 million vehicles. So you can imagine that all roads are congested, create a lot of pollution, because not only due to the fumes and the pollution which is coming out of the engines of these vehicles, but the delay which it takes to move a particular distance within the city. So while Delhi Metro has reduced number of vehicles on the road to quite some extent, but a lot of population which is coming to Delhi daily, a recent study has revealed that almost 40 to 42% of the vehicles which are on the Delhi road, they come from outside Delhi, and they come and go back. So they remain within the say about 50 kilometer radius of the city for quite some time. The average speed of vehicles on Delhi road is as low as 20 km/h or maybe less than that during the morning evening periods, At that time, even on the trunk route, it reduces to 10 km per hour. Now, this is a really alarming situation, especially during winter months. If you see during the November and December, the particular time in which we are talking to each other, the pollution levels are very, very high in Delhi. And dust on the road and the fumes from the vehicles, they contribute significantly in this pollution. So what RRTS is going to do, because it is a dedicated corridor, and the trains are electrified, so not creating any pollution, rather they will be replacing large number of vehicles.